Hello. Good evening, friends. My name is Amish Sharma, and we welcome you on our 18th day of our series of Words of Wisdom. And we are here with yet another interesting topic. The topic for today is smart use of various Google applications. And the speaker for today is Farida Ma'am. So, a short intro about Farida Ma'am. She is the founder of World of Programming, and we are happy to announce that World of Programming is one of our sponsor also for the Hack with CW hackathon. She is an IT professional, and she has been associated with training for more than 13 years. She has trained undergraduates, postgraduates, various trainers, engineering students, and she is also skilled in C, CPP, Java, web designing, data structures, and the list goes on. She has been a co-author for a book on IT, and she's about to publish the second book as well. She is also a blogger and a YouTuber, and her channel is dedicated towards Java programming. So if you want to learn Java programming, make sure that you check out her channel. Her channel is by her name only, so you can search Farida Musaddi ma'am, and you'll find the channel. And she'd been the professor in Nirmala Memorial Foundation Degree College of Commerce and Science, and currently she is a computer science tutor in Preply. So please forgive me, ma'am, if I have missed something. We are really pleased to have you on our team. The whole team of Code Warriors, we are so thankful for you that you're investing your time and giving us a session. So we are all excited and we are hoping for the session. Over to you.
Thank you. Thanks for the lovely introduction, Ramesh. Thank you so much. And it's really a pleasure to be here and to address a live audience. It's a wonderful opportunity. So thank you for the same. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Now, today's session, as Ramesh just said, is all about the smart use of Google and its various applications. So I have actually done an in-depth research on Google and its applications. What happens is many of the times we tend to use Google day in and day out. I'm sure all of us are using one or the other applications of Google, maybe Gmail or maybe Google search. But then how many of us are actually aware about its true potential? So many settings available for us, so many in-depth small things that we can set, and we can accordingly streamline information. We can make sure that the data is secure, and we can also ensure that whatever our requirements are, they are met in the correct way. So in today's session, I would try to address some of the commonly used applications of Google. Of course, there are many, so we will not be able to finish all of them. But as many as I can, I'm going to address them. And during the session, if you all have any comments or if you all have any thing to ask, please feel free to put in your comments, and I will try and address as many of them as possible. So let's get started. I am going to share my screen. Okay, so we get started with Get Google Smart with me, Farida Musaddi. The first application that I'm going to talk about is a very common application of Google creating our Google accounts. So if I just go to Google, okay, and whenever you want to create your account, you will just type create my account. Okay, and when you click on this link, I'm sure most of you all have done this. This is a page which Google gives us, wherein we put in our details, the password, and then we sign in. So most of us or all of us have, of course, done this step. We all have our accounts created on Google. But now, after we create an account, how many of us actually in-depth study as to what are the features or what are the settings which our account provides? So that is what I'm going to show you today. Now, I will go to my account. So I'll go to my Google account. This is my Google account page. So generally we see this page after your Google account is created. Now over there, you will see different sections. So we have our personal information, we have data and personalization, security, sharing, payments and subscriptions. Let us look at some of the wonderful features that we find here. We'll first go into manage your data and personalization. Now, in this case, one thing is your web and app activity that you can keep and track on. Now, as of now, you can see that my web and app activity is on. So whatever I search on the web, whatever activities that I do will all be listed over here. So any point of time you want to see this, you can go here and you can view all your activities. If you say manage activity, it is going to list all the activities which you have done in the recent past in terms of sharing, in terms of anything. If you want to delete certain activities because you do not want anyone to be able to see them, you can choose the delete option and you can delete these activities. If any of the activities you have done, you do not want anyone else to be able to see it even accidentally. Similarly, you can choose to keep your YouTube history on or off. If it's on, then of course, whenever you go to your account, you will be able to see all the different searches which you have done on YouTube. Apart from that, you have this manage your activity controls, wherein again you can manage your activities. You can decide whether you want to keep your location on, whether you want to keep your YouTube history on. So in that way, you are a person who can rightly decide whether whatever activities you do on the web, should these activities be visible to everyone or should they be hidden. Apart from that, let's talk about ad personalization. Now, we all receive so many Google ads. The moment we create an account with Google, we will see our inbox flooded with all the ads. Most of the times, these ads are irrelevant. With ad personalization, you can ensure that Google sends you relevant ads. Of course, there is no way by which we can avoid these ads. Okay, they will be there. So there is no way by which we can do away with them. But yes, we can personalize them, we can customize them. So if you go to ad personalization, okay, right now these are all the different sections that I have chosen. You can go to the section of learn how to control the ads you see. And here you can apply different settings. You can edit your info. Now, info means when you created your account, all the information which you added in terms of your gender, in terms of your hobbies, your likings, you automatically receive ads based on those interest areas, based on your age, based on your gender. At any point of time, if you want to not receive ads pertaining to that gender or pertaining to that age group, go to your settings, go to your info, and you can change your info. How do you do that? There is a section called as personal info. So if you click on personal info, you can change all of these settings, you can change your picture, and accordingly you can decide what you want to show. Now, coming back here, one of the new features of Google which has been added is go to the Google dashboard. So here you will be seeing the Google dashboard, all the different tasks, all the books which you have stored maybe on your Google Drive, all the contacts that you have, how many Gmail conversations, how many files are there in your Google Drive, the photographs, your Google Chrome. Okay, what was your last activity today, YouTube history, tasks, everything you will see under one dashboard. So this again is an important feature that you can view on your Google dashboard. Going back, now this again is a very interesting section. Download, make a plan or delete a service, which I'm sure most of the people are not even aware about. Let's start with download your data. Now, Google gives you the opportunity to download all your Google data, right? So when you go to download your data, step number one is select what do you want to download. Now over here you have so many things. You may not find all of this information relevant. For example, if I do not want to store my Google Chrome history, or I don't want to store my fitness activity, so whatever you do not want, you can simply deselect all those options. Once you deselect the options which you do not require and we scroll down, we come to the next step. In the next step, it is going to ask you choose the file type and the destination. So number one, when you choose your file type, how frequently do you want to download your data? Only once or every 2 months for 1 year? So that means totally there will be 6 exports within the year. Every 2 months it will download your data. Now, what type of file do you want? Do you want a zip file? Or there is a .tgs, tgz file. So you can select which file format. And if the file data is going beyond 2 GB or 4 GB, then it is going to partition your data. So you can again select what is the maximum file size you want to allow. If you want a breakup of files in 4 GB, then you can select your breakup. Once this is done, when you click on create export, it is going to export all the data which you have chosen in your desired file format, in the required size, and it is going to mail it to your account, or it will attach it to your Google Drive. So very easily, especially this is for those people, who have a lot of data on Google. Nowadays, most of us prefer to keep data on the cloud. And any point of time you want a backup, you want the Google data on your email, you can do this and you can download your data. The second option is make a plan for your account. Again, this is something which is really interesting. What do you mean by make a plan? Let's say sometimes if you can't use your Google account at any point of time, or maybe you have met with an accident, or maybe something unfortunate has happened to you, because of which you will no longer access your account. It could be in terms of death, it could be in terms of an accident. So you can pre-decide what should happen to your Google account when any unfortunate accident or any unfortunate event happens with you. So you decide how your Google account would be managed. For example, when I say decide when should you consider your Google account inactive. So when will Google come to know that now your account is inactive? 3 months of inactivity. Okay, before we take here again, if you want, you can choose 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. So suppose if you choose 18 months, so then in that case for 18 months, if you are not using your Google account, Google will think that this account is inactive now. So you can decide what is the maximum time limit for which Google should wait before it decides to consider your account as inactive. Now, before making your account inactive, again, Google will do multiple actions. So what they will do is they will try contacting you. So the first thing is they will contact you on the given phone number. So if you provide a phone number, they will keep sending you SMSs and emails on the desired contact number or the contact email in order to get in touch with you. Still, if there is no response, then after you add your number or your contact details, you go to the next step. They will say choose who to notify and what to share. So in this case, if you provide an alternative person's email ID, so that person will be notified, or there will be a notification email sent on that email ID that now this account is inactive because it has not been used till this time, and certain data which you have chosen to be given as a backup will be sent to that account. Moreover, after that, if your account should be deleted, you will decide whether this account should only be kept as inactive or should it be permanently deleted. So you can make a plan for your account right now in order to safeguard your data. Many a times you want that if something unfortunate happens, all the data that I have should not go to anyone or should go specifically to that one person to whom you want to send it. Only it should be shared with that person. So then these are the things. So that sometimes what happens, suppose if you know, life is so unpredictable, something happens to you suddenly and you have not shared your passwords with anyone, you have all your confidential data which some of your family members may require. There is no way by which they can access because everything is with you and you are not able to answer. So in this case, this is a wonderful opportunity that you can keep, and you can decide, you know, how actively you are using the account. If you are using that account on a daily basis and if for 3 months the account is inactive, then Google can automatically share that information with some other account. So wonderful feature that you can use here. The third is deleting your Google account or deleting a Google service. So either you can delete a service which has been linked with Google, let's say Google Drive or Google or YouTube, one of the service which has been listed with this account, you can delete one particular service, or you can decide to delete your entire account. If you delete your entire account, the deletion is permanent. For some time, the account does remain as a backup with the Google team. So if you have accidentally deleted your account, you can write in an email immediately to the support and it can be revived. But the moment the time elapses, there is no way by which you can get your account back. So make sure that you use this feature very, very judiciously. Before you want to delete your account, if you want to download the data, you can do that as well. So this is about all your personalization. Apart from that, you have these security features wherein you can, you know, put a phone verification, you can put an recovery email. This is all your recent activities, okay, which it will show. If you say these are the devices on which my account has been registered, if you feel that any of these devices are not authorized, you can delete the device. You can go to manage devices, and if you feel that any of these devices are not correct, you can go here and you can sign out from that device. So it is showing you that this account right now is active on which devices. And also you can see the security events. This will show you what are the different events which have been taken place through this account in the recent future. So if suppose your account has been hacked and someone has done an activity which is not come under your notice, then it will be highlighted like this in red, and you can choose here and you can, you know, choose to verify whether this was done by you or it was a activity which you are unaware about, and accordingly then Google can take action. So all the recent activities will be shown here. If you see any unfamiliar activity, you can report it to the Google team. People and sharing, this is just all the different contact information and location sharing which you have allowed. And of course, payments and subscriptions, whatever payment cards or subscriptions which you have added to your Google account will be shown here. So once you have created an account is not only about setting your username, email ID, password. An account setting is much more than that. Go over here, explore your account, see the different information. What all are you showing the outside world? What all are you sharing with the outside world? How you can control, how you can ensure that your data will be secured all the time. Now, moving ahead, we will go to the next application of Google. Again, something very, very common that we use every day, which is my browser. Okay. So anytime you want to search for something, you go to Google and you search for that information and you have it right there. Okay. Now, when I come to this page, okay, this is my Google search engine. sometimes when you search on a specific topic, okay, you will see that on the right hand side there is a short description which appears about that topic. Generally this description is taken from websites like Wikipedia or something like that. It is a very concise information about the topic that you are searching for. So this area that you see over here is called as the knowledge graph. Okay. If anyone has any questions or comments, then y'all can please keep writing them. I will try reading them as and when I am coming here. So keep your feedbacks coming. I would love to see the feedbacks and comments. If y'all are liking the session, please do respond. Right. So coming back here, so we have the knowledge graph. This is called as the knowledge graph over here, which shows a concise information about the topic where you are searching for. Then, of course, we all know images and videos and all those things. But there are two more controls at the end over here, which is settings and tools. Now, these tools you will find when you go to images, when you go to videos, and this makes your search even more refined. Just click on it and you will see the filters which you can apply. For example, I am searching for horses. Now, if I want to search updated information about horses in the past 24 hours or in the past week or in the past month, then I can choose that. Let's say, for example, if I'm searching about coronavirus, okay, so I just want to know that in the last 24 hours, what activity has taken place. So you can do that. I choose coronavirus. I go to tools. I see last 24 hours. So this information that I'm seeing is the updated information in the last 24 hours that I'm seeing. Apart from that, you have another filter over here, which is all results, or you have verbatim, which means that results which are particular to any specific feature or something like that. Just 1 minute. Whenever you want to clear the features, you can just click on clear and the filters will be clear. Similarly, if I go to images, again, you will have tools over here. With images, the filters are more refined. You have any size of, I'm sorry, just give me 1 minute. Okay. So here the searches are even more refined. What kind of images are you looking for? Large, medium, small? Any specific color that you're looking out for? Black and white images? The type of image, whether it's a clip art or whether it's a GIF image that you're looking out for? The time when the image was posted, and what kind of usage rights. Of course, with images, this is very, very important, because if I'm going to use this image for further publications, then I need to know whether the licensing is in place or not. So you can also filter your search as per the licenses. So with images, the search is more refined. Similarly, if you go to the videos section also, you have duration of the videos, time at which the video was posted, quality, all videos, or the source of the video. So these settings, of course, you can use filters to make sure that what you are searching for is what you get. If I'm looking for an image of a horse to be used in a publication, then I need to use the filter in order to check that the licenses are valid and I can use that image so that there are no copyright issues. Then we have settings. Under settings also you can go to advanced search. Now here you can further filter your searches and see to it that you are getting exactly what you want. For example, all these words. So if you want to search for information which should include all of these words, let's say horses, pony, mares. So I want a search which should include a page which should include all of these words. So I'll select, or I'll put in the words that have to be there within my search, within my page. If I'm searching for an exact phrase, okay, suppose exactly I want a page which has the phrase white horses. So I put it in double quotations. If you don't remember it right now, it's perfectly all right. Google does provide you with help text. So even if you are not able to, recollect things right now, you can refer to this text and you will know the way things have to be written. Any of these words. So if you say any of these words, it means your Google search page should have any of these words. Okay. This was that the page should have all of these words. This is when the page can have any of these words. Similarly, none of these words. So you put a dash in front and write down the word. So you Google will ensure that the page will not have this word in it. Okay. And if you are searching for numerical data, so you can give a range in which Google is going to search. Moreover, you can even narrow down your results by language, by region, any particular country, updates, any site that you are specifically interested in. Suppose you want only educational websites data, so you can put the domain. The term should be appearing anywhere in the page, title of the page, text of the page. Safe search, we will come to that. What is safe search? Any particular type of file format that you are searching for. Sometimes, we are searching for presentations or PDFs. So we can search for the file type and usage rights. Of course, if I am free to use or share this data, free to share or modify the data, free to share commercially. So I can put exactly the usage rights, and then I know that the page results which are showing is what I can use even for my publications. So this is a very useful feature which you can use, advanced search, in order to filter your data and get exactly what you want. Another thing is safe search that I was talking about. So if you go to settings and just go to safe search settings, it is going to give you this option which is safe search. Safe search is where, if you turn it on, this is specifically for parents. Sometimes we do not want that our kids, when they are browsing, any untoward websites should just pop up, because kids have a habit of exploring. So they might keep exploring and then it might lead to certain websites wherein you don't want them to go. So here, if you keep safe search on, then it is going to ensure that it will not show you those results when a child tries to type that text. And of course, this is not 100% foolproof. You can say 95% accurate, 5% scope of error would be there, but at least 90 to 95% you can ensure that such pages which have information or images which you do not want your children to see would not be appearing in their searches. So this is the safe search option which parents can specifically use in order to ensure that the browser does not search untoward information. So these are certain settings which you can use along with your Google search engine. Moving forward, uh, I don't know how many of you all are aware, but if you specifically want to shop on Google, Okay, then you don't need to go to the Google search engine. In your search, you can specifically type google.com/shopping. So if you come to the shopping page, the Google shopping page, whatever you type, it is going to show you a Google shopping page. You have your filters, you can choose whatever you want, and it is directly going to connect you to that website which is selling the product, and you can easily do your shopping. So here you will not see any results which are pertaining to information or data. You will only see information related to shopping. That's Google shopping. Another different Google application, Google Flights. Whenever you want to book your flights through Google, most of the times we go to the Google search engine and we type flight from this destination to this. Might as well go to Google Flights, type where do you want to go, your date, search, it will give you all the flight information. The advantage over here is you are not seeing any other information that you're not interested in. You want flights, you only see flights. Here in flights, they also have added features like trips and explore. So suppose if you're planning a trip to somewhere, you can go to the explore section. You can see all the different packages that they have. So not only do you book tickets, but you also can book tours, and you can also explore different options over here. So that's Google Flights. What are the different things to do in a particular place? You can search that. Only related to travel. It's a travel portal by Google, which you can use extensively. And for those of you who are more literary kind like me, there is another specific application of Google, which is Google Scholar. If I go to Google Scholar, here you would see everything which is related to articles and magazines and publications, medical journals that you are interested in. So you can just type whichever journal or publication you want to read, and it will show you things related to that. So Google Flights related to travel, Google Scholar related to articles and publications and reading material, and Google Shopping, which is only related to shopping. So not only do we have Google Engine, which is very, very broad and covers everything, but if you want to search for specific data, then you can use any of these applications. Okay. Now, let us move forward. If anyone has any doubts related to the things that we discussed right now, please put that on your comments. I'm moving forward to the next application of Google, which is Google Trends. Before Google Trends, we will do Google Alerts. So let me just say Google Alerts. Now, Google Alerts is very useful, especially for people who always, want to be knowing things which are happening, or if you are interested in some particular kind of information and you want latest updates about it, then you can go for Google Alerts. But I'm sure many of the people have not used this application before. People who are into business, people who are into finance, who are studying a particular feature. So whenever you want to know the latest updates which are happening around the world, you can choose Google Alerts as your option. Whenever there is an update in that section, okay, wherein you are searching, Google will send you a notification via email about that alert. So create an alert about. Let's say I want to know all the latest developments about Java. So I'll select create alert about Java. Now here it is allowing me to choose my different settings before creating the alert. So number one is, how often do I want to receive the alert? Once a day, once a week, or as it happens. Whenever there is an update in Java, I will immediately be able to see it. Or once a day or once a week. Then what are the sources that I am looking out specific for? News, blogs, video, books. So you can choose the source where the update will take place and you need to be notified. The language, any specific region that you are interested in. Suppose if I'm interested in happenings which are there in US, so I can select that as my country. Do you want all the latest results every time any update about Java happens? Do I want to know, or do I only want to look in for the best results? I will choose that. And secondly, where do I want it delivered? So I will provide my email address on which the Google alert will be happening. So doctors, who are into medical and they are interested in a particular uh, about surgery in a particular field, what are the latest development. People who are very much interested in gadgets, so if they want to know when is the latest iPhone releasing, or any notifications, any alerts from Apple, so they can accordingly create alerts. And the moment you click on this create alert button, you will see the updates whenever it encounters. This is the way the alert will be popped up. You can see the alert preview over here. So this is how your alerts would be coming. So y'all can use this feature of Google Alerts, in order to get the latest updates about a particular field that you are most interested in. So make sure y'all go and check this out. Now let's go to Google Trends. Now, Google Trends allows you to compare the trends between different topics. Let's say I want a comparison between an iPhone and Samsung. So I can search for a topic. Let's say I search for iPhone. And what do I want to compare it with? So I'll say compare with Samsung. I can even add more comparisons that I want. Again, the comparisons can be filtered according to region. If I want to search for worldwide or only related to India, you can choose your options. Past 12 months updates or the trends over the last 7 days, 30 days. Let's say you are planning to buy a new phone, and before you buy a new phone, you want to see what is the trends in the market, whether should I go for an iPhone or whether I should go for Samsung. So you can put the correct product name that you are searching for and then compare your results. You can see the trends, you can see worldwide trends, which one is more preferred than the other, and you can make your choice. You are studying, for a student who is doing a research on a particular topic, go to Google Trend, type in your research terms, and you can compare the different research topics. If you are planning a travel and you don't know where to travel, again you can go to Google Trends and you can see what are the trending destinations. You try type Maldives and type Dubai, and you see that which is the most favorite destination of people in the recent past. Let's try that out. So if I say Dubai and let's say Maldives, and I want to see in the last 30 days. So as you can see, Dubai is the hottest destination as compared to Maldives. So like that, easily for anything, any topic that you want, just go to Google Trends, compare different topics. Here, this was a graphical representation. a more detailed representation you can find here. For each country, it is showing you, where people plan generally prefer going. So people in Nigeria, Oman, like that, it will show you results of 66 different regions. Here also you can see the trends of Maldives and Dubai. So very, very interesting information that you can search for uh, related to Maldives. Any particular topic that you are interested in, you can divert your queries to that. So this is Google Trends. And one more interesting feature in Google Trends, let me tell you, is where you can go and search for trending searches. If I go to trending searches, I'll be able to see that which are the searches currently in trend. If I choose India, right now by default it's taking United States, but if I choose India, I can come to know that what are the searches currently in trend in India. So there's an earthquake in Delhi, and Neha Kakkar, and so many things. So this is what is trending in India right now. Okay, I can be really updated with this information. I can know what is being searched for mostly today. Also, go back to a particular year. This is 2020. I want to search what was trending in 2016. So I go back to 2016 and I see what was trending in 2016 in terms of searches, in terms of news, people, movies, actors, male, female, and so much more. This is only pertaining to India, let me tell you, but you can go and select any country that you want. So if I want to select USA, or if I just want to go global, then I can select that and I can know that around the world what were the trending topics in the year 2016. So Google Trends again is very, very useful. If you all want to try it out, please give it a shot. I'm sure you all will enjoy using it. Right. Moving further, let us again go to something which most of us or all of us use day in and day out, and that's our Gmail account. So I'm just going to share my screen with Gmail. I would love everyone to please pour in their feedbacks and suggestions. So please keep them coming during the session. Google activities are 100% safe, so there is nothing to be worried about. Many of the times, people are very skeptical about Google Pay. So let me tell you that Google takes full responsibility. It says that it does not share your account details with the third party vendor. Okay, it is only that your payment transactions are happening through that UPI ID. Apart from that, your account details do not go to any person. The activities are quite safe. And here you can see all of these personalizations are in your hands. Your account settings are in your hands. Google is nowhere involved. So you can choose to download the data, safeguard your data, manage your data the way you want. So all this is keeping it secure. All the settings are in your hand. You can choose how you want to go about it. So I'm going to share my screen again. And let's go to Google Inbox. As you can see, I've put a lovely trend and a lovely theme on my Google. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is on the right hand side, there is this settings, under which you have quick settings, and you can choose from any of these beautiful pictures, beautiful themes that Google gives us, and you can make your inbox very, very interesting. Whenever you come back, you can have a lovely wallpaper to look at. Apart from this, you can go to all settings, see all settings. Now I don't know how many of you all have actually explored these settings also, Google has so many settings provided even for your Gmail account. Let's say, for example, your default reply behavior, reply or reply all. Many of the times, we uh, get an email in which multiple people are marked. So then we choose whether to reply to a particular person who's been the sender or to reply to everyone who's there in the group. So here you can, in your settings, choose which is your default reply behavior, and accordingly, every time you don't have to choose from there; it will take care of it by default. Of course, you can, choose any other option whenever you want. The cancellation period, nowadays Google has the setting that when you click on send, after that for few seconds you get that option wherein you can undo your send. So the default period is 5 seconds. You can increase it to 10, 20, or 30 seconds to suit your needs. Then you have another very important this thing, which is your autocorrect, spellings, smart compose. That is again a latest feature. Whenever you are composing an email, the moment you start writing a word, Google gives you those options or suggestions of words. So if you do not want that, you can keep it off. Then you have smart compose, again personalization. The moment you type, it will gauge what you're trying to write and it will capture this. Conversation view, most of us are tired of this setting. Many a times what happens is there is a lot of trail mail. You see that the mails keep coming within that trail, and most of the times we lose track of which one is the latest mail in that entire conversation. So then we can choose to keep the conversation view off. In that case, even if there are mails on the same trail, you will not see them as a conversation. They will all appear individually. So you will come to know that which was the recent mail which was sent through the conversation. If you keep conversation view on, of course, you will see all the emails which are coming from one source as part of a trail in terms of a conversation. Uh, then you have an option called as uh, creating a signature. So you can create a new signature. This is the signature which will be added to all your emails by default. So when by default, if you want that whenever I send an email to someone, I should have my name as a signature below, you can keep this over there and this will come automatically. Then you also have an out of office reply, on or off. So if you are traveling and you want to keep this auto mail, you can choose this. You can write the email first day till last day, after which automatically the auto reply on will be diffused. So your subject and email. So if anyone is sending you an email during that period, they will get this out of office reply. So these are certain settings. Then you also have labels. I'm not sure if you all are aware. We can create labels over here in Google, in your Gmail. So labels is mainly used to fill or manage your data or manage your emails. The way we have folders on our system, on our desktop, and we put different files in different folders so that it is well segregated. Similarly, you can create different labels. Let's say office, so all your office emails will go under that label. Whenever you click on office, you will see all the emails from there. You can have an email such as private, uh, as in many emails, spam, shopping. So whenever you get emails from shopping websites, you can put them over there. So like that, you can arrange your emails however you want. So these are certain in-depth settings which you can of course explore. Going back to your inbox, if you open any of the emails which are given to you, let's say for example, if I open this, any point of time you do not want emails from a particular source, you can just click on unsubscribe. So you will stop receiving emails from that particular email ID. If you have received an email from someone and you want to set that up as a task, you can click here, which will add it as a task. Suppose this is an email which has come from your office, and it is a deadline of a particular project. So you can set it up as a task. You can get, this is your task details. You can edit the task name, and you can add this task to your my task section. Whenever you go to my tasks, you will be able to see this one as a task. Apart from that, you have these options wherein you can reply, forward. I'm sure all of these are known to everyone. Then here also you can mark it as unread, important, filter. You can choose this option over here, move to. This is where your labels come into picture. So if I want to move this email to, let's say, promotions, or let's say to social, so I can move it to any of the labels. I can create new labels also, and I can move this email to that section. So this is how you can filter or you can segregate your emails. Whenever an email comes, you can forward it or you can move it to that label, to that folder. So this is a little guide on your Google, on your Gmail. Okay, similarly, you can also set a particular task to your calendar. So you can choose create event over here. Now this task will be created as an event and it will be set in your calendar. This is my task name by default. This is your task name, the date, the time which has been set for the task. Do you want it to repeat? Do you want it to repeat daily, weekly, monthly? Then what is the notification, any location that you want to add, the relevant message that you want to send, the guests whom you want to add to the task, so you can put in their email IDs. So all of this you can do, and you can save this as an event. Okay, so if you want to create an event, you have received an email from someone and you want to create an event, you want to share it with others, you want others to join into your event, you can do this, and you can easily invite guests for that particular event. So through an email, you can create a task. Through an email, you can also create an event. So these were certain features about your Google Mail. One more thing that I would suggest my audience to download would be Boomerang. Okay, I'll just type it over here, Boomerang. So Boomerang is again a very interesting application that you can use with Gmail. Uh, what it helps you to do is you can schedule emails. If you have typed an email but you do not want the email to be sent right now, you want it to be sent after 5 days, and you know that after 5 days you will not be able to go and physically send it, you will be in a no network zone, you can schedule the email to be sent after 5 days. Automatically after 5 days, at the desired time, the email would be sent. At the same time, reminders. Suppose if you have not received a reply for one of your emails, you can set reminders. So the receiver of the email will be sent reminders until and unless he does not acknowledge your email. So you can download Boomerang, you can add it to your Gmail account, and you can feel free to explore it. Every time you click on compose email, the Boomerang will automatically come there as a setting. You can go into it, you can choose your settings, and you can easily use it. So try out Boomerang for those who want to schedule your emails. So we have covered quite a lot of applications of Google. Apart from that, we have Google Photos, we have Google Drive, we have Google Forms, Google Documents, we have Google Lens, which is a newly added application to Google. So there are so many things, like I told you right at the beginning of the session, that there are many things which Google has on offer, and it is very difficult to cover everything in a lot of depth in one session. Okay, 1 hour is definitely not enough to cover Google, but I have tried to cover things which are more frequently used. So browser of your search engine, Google, very frequently used. Gmail, frequently used. Google accounts which we create, shopping related. So these are the important applications which I have covered in general. Apart from that, Google Drive, for those who are having a lot of data, it is always suggested to store your data on the drive, on the cloud, rather than physically saving it on your system. Because if suppose your system crashes, or maybe you are out somewhere wherein you don't have an access to your laptop and you want some data urgently, if it is there on your drive, you can access it anywhere. You can access it from your phone, and you can have your desired application with you. So make sure you save data on the drive to ensure seamless applications and seamless, uh, you can access the data anywhere that you want. I have a query from someone who says that how can we know what is an invention and latest new technology? Yes, so you can use Google Alerts for that. Google Trends is mainly used for comparing two different things. Like I told you, you want to compare an Apple product, an Apple laptop, with a Dell laptop or an HP laptop. So that is where you use Google Trends, where you want to know comparison between two things. But if you want to know the latest updates, then you will use Google Alerts. Any other doubts or any other queries that anyone has? Anyone has any queries? Also, I would different Scholar, and see, Google Scholar is it is a search engine, but it will only give you literary results. For example, if you are only interested in medical journals, so it will actually show you the medical journals. Google Alerts is that any time there is an update in a particular sector, okay, you want to suppose you put an alert for Nike shoes. So anytime Nike comes up with a new shoes in the market, you would be alerted, because the moment they put up the news or they put up a blog related to it, you will be notified. So Google Alert is anytime there is an update in that particular field, in that particular area, you will be alerted via an email. And Google Scholar is where you can go and you can look up for literary articles or magazines or publications. Anyone who has any other query or any feedbacks for the sessions? Because we are coming to an end to the session today.
Guys, if you have some questions, you can always comment. We'll be happy to take your questions. Okay, it seems we don't have any more questions, ma'am. So
Sure.
thank you for the session. And I was actually wondering, like, there are so many things that we use in our day-to-day life. Google, everybody uses it, but I was
Yeah,
not knowing about so many things, like Google
exactly.
Scholar, the settings that you mentioned in Gmail app, Google Trends, in fact. So this actually these type of things we use in professional communication. Uh,
Yes.
and the thing is that people aren't aware of it, and they're using it
That,
regularly, including
yes.
me. So
Yes.
thank you for the session, ma'am, for such an insightful session. Guys, before we end the session, one of our moderator will be putting the link in the comment section, or you can find the link in the description below. That link will be redirecting towards the quiz. So if you want, like, you can appear for the quiz, and only then you will be eligible for the certificate. So make sure you attempt all the questions in the quiz. The questions will be based on the session which is just completed. So make sure you attempt all the questions. Uh, and again, we'll be organizing the virtual hackathon, HackPCW, on 19th and 20th. Today is our last session of the workshop of Words of Wisdom. So here we end our 18 days long series, and make sure you participate in 19th and 20th hackathon. Okay, till then, goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.